I'm Jett Dunlap, and we're here with Mr. Robert David Hall, known for The Negotiator, The Littles, Starship Troopers, and best known probably for CSI.
CSI, 11 years I've been doing it, so. But I've been a musician longer than I've been an actor.
And that's what I want to ask you about. You're here supporting these independent artists who...
I love independent artists, and I crave independent songwriting.
Really?
I'm a little long in the tooth, but
No.
I've been playing music since I was 8 years old, and a great song is a great song. I don't care what generation writes it.
Absolutely.
And I come to these things all the time just looking for a high of hearing a great song. You know, I've been to the Renaissance Hotel a zillion times, but I've never been to Indie Thursday,
Right.
and I'm coming back. It's wonderful. It's really a great thing. And there's some kids here with a lot of talent, and I know from my own life that you can have all the talent in the world, but there's a little bit of luck and there's a whole lot of perseverance.
You would know.
And you have to do it for reasons other than money or fame.
Wow.
You have to do it because you absolutely can't do anything else. And a lot of these people seem to be doing it for the right reasons, so that's why I'm here.
You're echoing something I heard when I was first getting into acting about 12 years ago. A talented, lady at the time, she said, "Don't have a plan B, or you'll never make it." She said, "If you have a plan B, you're done."
You're done. You know, it's funny. I studied for a lot of years with a guy named Gordon Hunt,
Wow.
whose daughter is Helen Hunt.
Right.
And Helen once said something like, "It's truly jumping off a cliff without a parachute."
Yeah.
You have to make that fatal mistake. You know, it's like if you sort of kind of want to be an actor or a musician, you're in deep doo-doo, because
It's true.
you've got to really be that nut job who goes, "This is who I am, this is what I do." And I don't regret the decision, you know.
Right.
I've been fortunate, but I thought I was a success when I didn't have a nickel in my pocket. Any kind of exposure is an amazing thing.
Oh, yeah.
And that's why what you guys do is really a brilliant thing, because I'm not a negative person.
Sure.
You know, 85% of the people that ever play here will be doing some other job in 10 years.
Absolutely.
But 15% will be still in the business in some way.
So what's your recommendation? I always like to, someone with your talent and your background, to the folks who are thinking about it, who are saying, "I don't know, do I want to?" You're the success story, and you've said it.
I make a living, and I've done a few things that I'm proud of, and I've done some things just to survive too.
Right.
So I don't have an over-exalted opinion of myself. I think I'm a very competent professional actor and musician, but I don't. All I want to do is keep acting in good things, take a few chances, and write a few more good songs. And however long I have to do that is what I want to do. But that doesn't matter whether you're 20 or 60. It's still,
That's great.
that's what the deal is. You know, none of us know if we're going to wake up tomorrow morning. So
True.
you have to, acting is about living in the moment. And I think music is too. It's like you can plan, I'm going to be the next Led Zeppelin, or I'm going to be the next Justin Bieber or whatever,
I hope you're not going to be the next Justin Bieber.
No, we had him acting on our TV show, and
Okay.
he's the next Justin Bieber.
is.
He can have it.
Yeah.
But it's, we're all insignificant and we're all incredibly special. And if you can deal with that dichotomy, then you might actually stand a chance, because I don't know about you, but sometimes when I play or act, it's like the most amazing effing thing in the world. It's like, holy cow, I don't want anybody else to know how much fun this is.
Oh, yeah.
Other times it's the worst thing in the world. But on balance, if you love it more than you hate it, and you have to do it, if you sort of want to try it, I don't think it's for you. I think, it's okay to say, I want money, I want status. If that's what you want, great, go for it. But if you say, I don't know how good I am, but I want to play the guitar, the bass, or the bouzouki, or whatever.
Yeah.
Or I don't know where I fit into this thing, but I fit in somewhere.
Right.
And you have to say, you have to be, man, it's funny. I don't usually go around giving advice or anything.
No, we're
But
glad.
the failure is okay. You have to fail your way to the top, because only failures make mistakes and only successes make mistakes. So if you're afraid of failing and looking foolish, get out now while you still have a chance, because you have to almost welcome taking a chance and looking foolish, because I got to tell you, I've done a lot of it, and it's not I want to have dignity, and I want to be bold, and I want to be all this other stuff, but I live a day at a time, so who knows what tomorrow's. Tonight I'm happy to talk to you. This is great.
And that's fantastic.
And I've had a good time listening to the groups tonight, too.
It's tremendous. One of the things you said there just was so precious to me, is that I've heard it 100 times, so to hear from you is so much more valuable, which is that old adage, I'd rather fail at this than succeed at something I don't love.
Well, I've had a marriage or two,
Sure.
And I have a 30-year-old son, and I made sure that I could, keep my kid in shoes and
Sure.
doctor's visits and all that stuff. And I think if you're a man, you have to be a man.
Of course.
But if you're an artist, you have to be an artist. And sometimes those two things
Yes.
bump. It's not completely cool to screw the world over on your way to writing a great song or, being in a good play or something. We all have to make choices. And,
Right.
you make a choice today, you make a choice tomorrow. So, but I think artists will always be necessary. It's an important thing. I don't go around saying, look at me, I'm an artist, but that's what I am.
Right.
And I try to live up to it. It matters to me that I think our profession is noble, and I think we've always been here.
I agree.
And to try to write a song that touches somebody, makes them laugh, makes them cry, whatever, to try to be in a play that makes people think or makes them laugh or whatever, or to paint something on a canvas or to create something that's never been there before is, wow.
That's something.
That's something. That's what, why were we born? I think we were born to try to figure some of this stuff out.
It's amazing how much that connection is in the industry, and the people you find who are successful or on their way to success mirror so many of the same thoughts, because what you're speaking right now is conversations I've had with people as recently as 2 days ago.
I don't claim it's novel or anything, but the thing is, and you sort of touched on it, we can't do it alone.
Right.
So we have to be really alert and awake. And when we meet somebody that maybe they work for an agency, or maybe they work for a publisher, or maybe they sweep Nokia Center or whatever.
Right, exactly.
I can't tell you how many places I've gotten into because a friend worked there.
Oh, yeah.
And I couldn't afford a ticket, but I wanted to see Pick Your Artist,
Right.
So if you have to have a job, get a job that's somewhere in the industry.
Right.
Whether it's,
Or like in my case, create one.
create one,
Yeah,
exactly.
I created this.
Yeah, our cameraman, that's working in the
Brendan.
business. Brendan, yeah. I didn't finish. I'd been writing songs all my life, but never finishing them.
Right.
And I had a brother who was dying of liver cancer, and he looked me right in the eye and he said, "Why don't you finish something?" And it forced me to finish something, go down to Austin and record. And it's a great gift my brother, who's now gone, gave me. And I've always done relatively creative stuff, but finishing my songs and writing and recording my album is the greatest thing I've done up to now.
That's incredible.
Yeah, and I'm just I called in a lot of markers. I had a friend who's a producer in Austin. I had some musicians I'd met over the years, and they all said, "Hey, no problem, no problem." And suddenly, where I'd always been fighting stuff started coming together in a way that I kept saying, "Why is it happening so smoothly?"
Isn't that amazing? Sometimes in the industry, things chase you. It's fun
when you're
that
doing
happens.
when you're doing the right thing or the thing you're supposed to be doing, whether it's tough or not, you don't even realize it. It's just it feels right. So
Yeah, what else would we do, right?
Yep.
Well, thank you
It's a
so
real
much.
pleasure to meet you. We'll meet again.
Yes, no, it's been a true pleasure, and thank you so much.